Right, I think we're going live. Let's just verify that my ADSL is working with me. I think I remember setting the title of the stream this time. Come on, get going. Ready to watch. The stream is offline. Hello, that guy. Come on, get going. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got the picture. Right, before we start, I just want to show my awesome setup I got going today. That is the camera slash microscope slash microphone setup. It's just a giant tangled mess. The microscope is it's attached to a selfie stick, which is just jammed into a vise, and the webcam is just basically placed on top of the selfie stick. Now the microphone's on a bloody lamp boom there. Anyway, let's get going. Let's get this set up. There we go. Oh Jesus, this chat is waking up. Hello, hello, hello. A lot of H. Hello, hello, hi everybody. Right, so the Dell was what he was trying to fix. We were trying to fix the Dell yesterday. Then we broke the HP in the process. This is the HP, my third generation i5 test machine. But I think the HP might actually been broken from the start, since this was a trash pick and it didn't work. Well, it worked fine out of the box pretty much. It just had the broken heatsink. But it's just acting random and weird now. I have managed to get it to fire up a couple of times, and I have managed to test the processor we ripped out of the Dell last night, and that seems to work. But this machine is just acting random and strange. 19 watching nothing. Is this not working? There we go. So, where was I? Yeah, I was trying to fire this thing up a few times, and it does the weird thing where it's blinking the charging LED amber white. So let's see what it does tonight. It's probably going to start right up just because we're trying. No, now it's... Oh, no, it's starting up right away. Alright. It's drawing 15 watts there. It doesn't have a heatsink on. See, this thing is acting entirely randomly. Let's see, if I do that again, is it going to start up again? Yep, now it's starting up every time. So let's get the heatsink on and see if the other issue I saw on this machine is still present, where the keyboard and mouse would just not work. It's a very intermittent issue, whatever we're dealing with. I see it now. Can't refresh in mobile. Okay, it works now. Yes, hello. Yeah, YouTube streaming is a bit dicky, especially when you're doing it over ADSL. But there's always this giant lag on everything. Oh, that microscope's not in focus. Right, so now we've got a heatsink. Let's see if this thing will power up now, or if it'll just not do anything. No, now it's powering on. Oh yeah, it doesn't have any RAM. Nor a keyboard. We need Where's my RAM? No, it does have RAM. It's going to power on just fine. But it doesn't have a hard drive. Right. It has powered on several times in a row now though, which is more than it ever did yesterday. As anybody who watched last night's stream will probably remember. And well, let's boot it. Yeah, it's revving off the hard drive. And we've got screen. Yeah, CMOS battery is not installed. So it doesn't have a keyboard. We don't have a keyboard, but we do have a touchpad, which didn't work yesterday at all, no matter what I did. Is this the HP with rebent heatsink pipe? Yes, this is the HP with a broken heatsink, which has gathered some new issues. Speaking of GPS, I might have slightly broken mine in my server rack. Well, fix it. Of course it works now, you're trying to fix it, yes. I did manage to get the kind of hiccup a bit. Oh yeah, now it's working perfectly. You probably can't see, but the maze is running around just fine. So now this machine is powering on as normal, as if nothing's ever happened. Great. This is the way it was when I made a video about it. It just worked fine. But I left it running for a couple of minutes last night, and then I turned it off, and then it just stopped working again. Let's just turn it right off and see if we can somehow coax the issue out of it. Because it was having very obvious issues last night, and I was doing everything. I was swapping RAM, I was swapping processor, I was swapping hardware, removing cards, doing everything in my power. And it wouldn't even charge the battery when it was having major issues. Come on. Stop working. Nope. Perhaps it'll stop working if we plug in the CMOS battery. I also did fix the CMOS battery. I actually stole the battery holder from the Dell and installed it a bit more properly, because the first issue I figured was the CMOS battery might have been making a bad connection, since original was just a battery with a couple of wires heat shrunk to pressure fit against it. But that wasn't the issue. It had, this machine had pretty much emptied its CMOS battery though, which was weird. It just, there was like 2.8 volts in the battery, which was a brand new battery. No, it died. Might probably short the keyboard out. But it just keeps working. Greetings from the Netherlands. Greetings to you too. Those ProBooks have been bulletproof almost. Well, clearly not this one. It is impressive how you can get this kind of magnification out of a bloody €300 camera, I must say. And I did figure out, if you go on the Legria R46 in the menu, and like normally you have all this shit on the screen for it, but if you go into the menu and you go to decoration, you get a clean HDMI out with no menu overlays or anything. And I think you can, if you want to dick around, you can like draw on the screen. Out of all the useless features you can get in a camera. Yay. How do I turn that off? Go away. Please, clean HDMI output. Oh god. How do How do I get rid of this clear? Yes, there we go. Clean HDMI. So this machine is now working perfectly. No issues. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a disappointment. Which CPU is in it? I don't remember. We have the... Right, it's now running the original CPU. So last night when I tried putting the CPU out of a Dell into this machine, the keyboard and mouse stopped working. But the machine did boot and run. So let's just take the Dell CPU and put it in the machine and see if it stops working again. Because I really do want to know whether or not this CPU actually works. Hi from UK. Hello. Maybe there's something wrong in the RTC circuitry, which drained the battery prematurely. That's could be the case. Since it was experiencing weird power issues, the symptom this laptop was having was it would not charge the battery, it would not power on. When I took the hot air station and kind of heated around, suddenly it squealed to life and started charging the battery. And then just returned to doing absolutely random shit. And usually not powering on, or powering on with non-working keyboard and mouse. So I'm kind of inclined to believe that it might have like a soldering issue on some power management IC or voltage regulator. But I'm not sure if the issue... There are a few things which might have caused the issue to begin with. Alternative one is like the laptop actually has some kind of like solder joint failure, bad chip, bad component, something on it which I simply didn't notice when I first fixed it. Second possibility is there's something wrong with this Dell CPU which has caused it to behave weirdly. Third option is, I don't remember what I was thinking about, but there's some third option I thought about. Oh shit. Let's not crush our LCD. But yeah, now we're just going to try and swap in the Dell CPU and see if it works. How many people are watching this? 45 people watching, wow. That's not bad. Tunnel caps acting up maybe, it could be anything. This machine obviously doesn't have many hours on it. So it's likely to be a manufacturing defect rather than a wear defect. That's why I haven't even bothered testing the electrolytic capacitors on it, because yes, it does have electrolytic capacitors on the mainboard. Which is a bit disappointing for like 2013 era machine. Do you feel a bit less pissed off now you were down in the dumps the other day? Yeah, I was annoyed. I still am annoyed because this is the extended battery to that little laptop and it's died. And it's died for the dumbest reason ever, and that's apparently if you leave this laptop lying around in sleep and you don't have it set to go into hibernation after a set amount of time, it'll just drain that battery 100%, then drain the internal battery and then hibernate. And that's caused the cell voltage in that battery to go way low. And it doesn't seem to be able to recover. Which is really stupid design on HP's part, since that just forgetting to take your computer out of sleep shouldn't kill your battery. I've been trying to take it in and out of your computer over and over again, because that does put a slight amount of charge into it, but yeah, the cells seem to be self-discharging faster than I can put power into them, so I might have to take the entire battery apart and manually charge the cells up and then have them catch fire. Hey FFcossag, hello. Mom, stop fucking lying. 52 here in the USA, okay. What's happened? I just joined. We're trying to fix this laptop which is having erratic and random power on issues, and right now it's working perfectly, so I'm going to try changing the CPU out to one which might be broken. The Dell Latitude E4300 does not have this problem. Isn't the Dell Latitude E4300 like 10 years old? I mean, I can imagine that thing not having the feature of being able to play YouTube videos anymore. Right here, let's get the CPU in there. I should write down which is which actually. Mark it. Where's my marker? I have lost my good marker. But I do have this marker, which was sent to me via viewer. Thank you, Ross. 3210M 3230. There we go. No, that's wrong. Ugh. That isn't entirely wrong. Okay, I know it's wrong. So this is the 3230 out of a Dell. Let's see if we can make this machine stop working. Let's not forget to tighten the CPU socket this time. I'm super glad I found this channel, lol. Super interesting. I'm glad to hear it. Hi from America, hello. 6 years old. Hi. I'm watching this stream in HD on one of them. Oh, the E4300. Well, HD in this case is like 600 kilobits. So, it doesn't take a lot to decode this stream. Like, I'm encoding it live, and it's using like 25% of my CPU on my 2500K editing machine. Hi, I was on Rossman channel. This is not Rossman channel. Bit of thermal paste. Where's my cap? I'm gonna subscribe to this channel, please do. And like the video and leave a comment. It's ridiculous though how YouTube works. Right now, likes and dislikes seem to be the most relevant metric for the success of a channel. View time comes after that, apparently. So, if you want to help the channel out, like the video or dislike it. Any kind of publicity or viewer interaction helps absurdly much. Thunderfoot did a video on that recently where I did a bit of an experiment. Right, so now we've got the 3230 installed. A laptop actually has a CPU socket, first of that breed I've seen. Although most of them did up to like a couple of years ago. So now it's doing nothing out of the box. And it seems to power on just fine. Yep. System fan, got to install that. Also it won't let me boot. Oh yeah, the third reason I figured for this machine acting up was I removed the CPU while the battery was plugged in. And I'm not sure, but I think these, like Sandy Bridge and later processors, are in some way powered as soon as there's power in the machine, because they seem to care a lot more since the machine actually won't power on at all with no CPU installed. But I don't know. I'm no expert on Intel CPUs. Oh, there we go. CPU fan installed. Hi everybody, subscribe to my channel. Michael and Beck Tech Tips, do your own bloody live stream. What the hell? Hi from Sweden. Love you, man. I love you back. Come visit me. I'm probably like 500 kilometers away. Hi from Turkey. Hope you don't get bombed. You are a lot smarter than me. That's unlikely. Oh, what is that? 64 views? That is 64 views. That's the highest we've ever had. Thank you. We've broken a record. Oh! This machine seems to be starting up just fine now. Yeah, the angles makes it almost impossible to view the screen for you guys. And the keyboard seems to be working. Works, boots up, mouse pointer works, does identify the CPU properly. Windows, computer, properties. Core i5 3230 at 2.6 GHz, 2 GB of RAM. I named this machine Cock PC. But yeah, it's working fine. Well, that's great, isn't it? That's absolutely lovely. I'm happy it works again. It's not good that it's working again at all, because this machine obviously has an issue. And since there's no issue to be found right now, there's nothing for me to troubleshoot. What do you do with PCs that you fix? I usually give them away. Since they're out of the trash, I don't like selling stuff which is given to me. So everyone I know has a newish laptop. Give me a shout out. Michael and Beck Tech Tips, I'm not going to give you any kind of positive feedback if you're just in my chat spamming the shit. Please just go away, you're not doing very well for yourself. Get your own subscribers. And I suppose I just did give you publicity, and every publicity is good publicity, so there you go away. I need a new computer, give me that laptop. I'm not paying for shipping. Also, I'm thinking about using this myself, since it actually has such a powerful CPU. Right. I'm not really sure where to go from here. I don't really want to take this thing further apart. Unless it's broken. Stress the CPU and then the GPU and see if the issue comes back. Yeah, that's a fair point. Very boring to watch though. The issue hasn't been present. It's been present whether or not the machine is warm or cold. So, but I've got links, so I'll give it a minute to heat up. Start. Produce some heat. Yeah, this is an Ivy bridge, so it's just drawing 40 watts. Drawing 40 watts under full load. We made it to 70 views, yes we did. Try run it from battery only. The issue has been present whether or not it's on battery, but yeah, that's a fair amount. I will give you a shout out if you do it to me. Okay, Mr. Michael, I'll right click your channel, let's see how big you are. I can imagine you have 955 subscribers, so I have almost nothing to gain from you giving me a shout out. And your viewer activity statistics are awful. Just go away. .4689 gigaflops. I am impressed by the performance of these, couple-year-old laptop CPUs. This machine is way fast enough to do live video encoding if I wanted to. If this had a HDMI capture device in it, I might even have used... Oh yeah, this has got USB 3. I might even use this to stream video in the future. Could get a couple of USB-free HDMI capture adapters if there's any reasonably priced ones available. Can you show us the screen of a laptop? It's difficult due to my setup. The best I can do is like that. I'm not set up for screen capture, I'm sorry. I'm just running links on this for a minute to let it warm up. And can I block this guy? Is it possible? I don't know. Oh god, no, now I lost the chat. I have lost the chat. Show chat. There we go. Last night I actually turned off the spam protection for my live streams since I figured no one would be doing anything horrible since I'm a nobody, but clearly that's not the case anyway. Anyway, I can't do it live, I think. Let's try it. We need to wait for this laptop to warm up anyway. Advanced settings. Automatically block spam messages. Save settings. Let's see if we've resolved the issue. I'm thinking that guy's just like a script. Let's see if YouTube's got this spam filtering working. Make someone an admin. I didn't even know how to admin myself. I hope I didn't bother you, but could you recommend me a battery for an APC UPS? It takes a 7 amp hour 12 volt battery, and any reputable brand will do. Any reputable brand. I'm partial to Sun and Shine, but they're expensive and they won't last in an APC since they have shit charge circuitry. Anyway, this thing's heated up now. Let's turn it off and see if it stops working. You are an admin by yourself by default. Yes, but I don't know how to like do anything. View active users. Let's see. Can I click that guy? That brings me to his channel. View active users. Can I right click? I can't right click. I have no idea how to kick anybody. I don't know how to block anybody. This is not a very intuitive user interface. Yeah, it's a very high. 90 views, this is quite high. That's a very high view count for somebody just trying to figure out how to block somebody in the chat. Anyway, I don't give a shit, just ignore that guy. Let's see if this machine stops working now. No, it's working perfectly fine. If we do 1,000,000 power cycles. Let's try just pairing it with a battery. Can you show your capacitor collector, please? Sure. There you go. I'm a kid and trying to have a good channel. Michael, the way to have a good channel is to produce good content, not to spam others against their wish. Please go and edit video instead. Just go away. make a video popping them. Most of these caps are already popped. Right. Yeah, I was doing the battery on this thing. And it is not showing any issues. Let's watch it power on perfectly well. If that laptop has got Windows 7, I suggest you turn off Windows Update and make it don't turn on. Yeah, no. I do that on all my machines these days. You have to do manual updates, else you'll be fucked. There's Michael guy. There's Michael guy. Can you do a homemade rosin flux video, please? No, because I don't know how to make homemade rosin flux. I am going to buy a can of Rossmann flux at some stage. That's great actually, because I can write Rossmann flux on it and then put Rossmann in the tags for all of my videos and steal his views. This computer's working perfectly well. That is confusing. It was so reluctant to boot yesterday. It just would not work whatever I did. And I haven't touched it since then. It's just been lying here in the workshop, which is kept at the same temperature. That's weird. Oh wow, 97 people watching. Jeez, are we going to reach over 100 people watching? Probably has something to do with the fact that I remembered to title the video this time. But I have no idea where we should take this, because this machine just keeps on working. There are no issues. Well, let's reinstall the wireless card, and perhaps that'll change something. Where is the wireless card? There's the wireless card. Yeah, this machine actually has dual mini PCI Express slots. Now, one is obviously intended for a wireless WAN card, but I've got a little mini PCI Express SSD lying around. We could try just... hey, we've beaten 100 views! 100 live views, thanks everybody! That's exciting. That is very exciting indeed. I didn't think we'd get more than yesterday, where we had like 45 for the most part. Just keep talking and playing around, it's interesting all the same. Oh, fair point. I just lost my screw. I definitely just dropped a screw deep inside the guts of this machine. Oh, there we go. Well, since we're basically just trying to get this thing to fail, let's put in the little PCI Express SSD I have and see if we can install Windows on that. Back in a sec and fetch it. Alright, I have no idea where on earth this SSD might be. This is the laptop card box, which is obviously quite full. I suppose that's a reasonable enough place to start. Intel turbo memory, that's not an SSD worth talking about. I think I put it in some clever place where I'd remember it. Yeah, this is just wireless cards. This should just be processors. Yeah, that's just processors. Maybe upgrade to Windows 10. No, I don't like those systems. I'm a Windows 7 Luddite. I just, like, if I can't run Windows Classic on a machine, then I'm not using that machine. There we go. That's our little, this is a 20 gigabyte SSD. In fact, we should already have Linux on it. So we might just be able to pop it in the machine and have it boot straight away. We'll find out. We will find out. I'm gonna put this stuff back though. Wow, 105 live viewers. What's going on? Alright. That goes there. We now need a screw. There's a screw. In fact, let's syringe that because this slot's probably never been used, so it can be full of shit. What's in the syringe? What's in the syringe? What's in the syringe? What's in the syringe? What did you put in the connector? At 11:42, what did you put in the connector? What's that? What's the mystery fluid? $108. Oh, the Michael guy's still going. The Michael guy. He's going to become a joke on this channel. Anyone who spams the chat is just going to be called Michael. Stop being a Michael. Oh, have I broken the wireless connector? You go in there. There we go. Playing some smooth jazz. I wish I could have some smooth jazz going, but I don't have any public domain stuff. Oh, is my playhouse here? Oh yeah, my playhouse is here. Oh. Michael and blah blah, are you aware that it's not subs anymore, it's watch time you want? Morton laying down the truth. Also, hey Morton, thanks for the Christmas wishes. That was put a smile on my face. Merry Christmas, Morton. So now I can say I've done a video response to you. What happens if you play copyrighted music on a live channel? Bad things. Let's get these wires out of the way. Alright. Now that I've put all that effort into getting this thing booting, it's not going to power on. It is going to power on. Wow, 113 viewers. What's going on? See, I must have done something to... Oh, it's booting straight into Windows. I must have done something to make the YouTube algorithm happy with this stream, since we're literally getting more than twice as many live viewers as the stream I did yesterday. In fact, since it's already booting into Windows, let's just see if it'll actually detect the SSD at all. I wish I could arrange for a better screen capture for you guys, but I don't really have any very... hang on, if we sacrifice the microscope view, we could get it a bit better, since we're not using the scope right now. We'll see. I have gone to the effort, by the way, of actually air suspending all my cords to this camera, so there's nothing on the floor anymore, nothing to trip over. Everything's coming from up there, which is pretty sweet. A rare insight into behind the scenes at FFcossag laboratories. Let's do that. Let's watch my face be absolutely 100% in the way of the camera. Oh, that's not too bad. Everyone's going to complain about my hair instead. Who wants PC parts? Oh, fucking Michael. Fucking Michael, man. Someone DDoS Michael. Fun fact, I was one of your first Twitter followers. Nice, man. 170 people watching. Sweet. Michael, stop spamming. You know, I think it's because Michael's here that we're getting so many views. Michael's bringing all of this, like 10%, no more, 15% of his subscriber base is just following him here. HP laptop keyword magic. That's a very fair point actually, because the video I made on this machine has gotten silly views. Now it's at like pretty much averaging twice as much as my normal videos. Let's see if we can actually see the SSD, and no, I don't think it's here. I don't think we're seeing the SSD because it's not showing up on the disk drives. But then again, we could just be missing some SATA drivers or chipset drivers or something. So let's go to the BIOS and do something. Damn, you live so close to me. I'm from Estonia. Well, I'm on Åland, so I'm pretty much as far away in Finland as I can get. But still. Save changes. When we haven't changed anything. System information. Do we have any drives? It's just showing one 500 gigabyte hard drive. Oh wow. You guys can't see this, but for wireless LAN, FCC ID for this card is test WLAN. Let's see if I can get that on the camera. That's silly. There we go on the microscope. Test wireless LAN. Huh. That's silly. I haven't put a lot of effort into that. You must have the best DSL connection in the world, at least on the upside. I have gotten my ISP to enable Annex M, so I've got 1.4 megabits of upload. And like 15 down. Press escape to return. I have no idea. Boot options. Can we enable booting from PCI Express? What is customized boot? I don't think that's what we want. This looks really unsatisfactory. Boot order, upgrade bay hard drive, USB, floppy USB CD-ROM, notebook hard drive, SD card, dock upgrade bay, eSATA drive. No. Seems it doesn't support booting from the wireless slot. That's a shame. Would have been nice to just have a 20GB SSD in this thing. Try to change SATA mode to IDE if possible. I don't think that's possible on this machine, it's too new. But we'll try. I know it does have IDE mode. We'll try IDE mode. Yeah, we're not going to be able to boot into the hard drive anymore, that's fine. Express card link, no, that's irrelevant. Deep sleep, no, that we don't want that, that tends to break shit. USB and SSD card circuit might not be working properly. I think everything's working properly because I've tested all the USB ports before and yeah, it's never showed any issues. Well, fair point, I'm going to try installing a USB device for the next time we boot into Windows. Damn, that's fast for DSL. Not really. You could get to... I mean, this is ADSL 2 Plus we're dealing with, so we could be getting almost to 30 megabits total bandwidth. Michael! Michael says subscribe. Fucking Michael. What do we have? Built-in device options. Wireless button state, embedded wireless LAN device, embedded Bluetooth device, embedded LAN controller. Where's the wireless WAN configuration? That could be boost converter. It has an option for boost converter. No idea what that would be. Maybe I can even get a bit of a better view of this thing. Let's see. Let's stop off the exposure a bit. Perhaps you can even read the screen now. Don't you have 4G internet connection to? Yes, but I can't disable the what's it? DHCP server on that because it's a Huawei USB stick, so everything gets wrong IP addresses if I have that bridge to my normal network. And I can't use the 4G because I play some online shooter games sometimes, and you just don't have stable enough ping on those for it to be enjoyable. A boost converter is a step-up converter. Yes, I know, but I'm figuring what the hell... What kind of boost converter would you have a reason to disable in the BIOS of your computer? It's the boost converter for what? Disabling the boost converter will not allow the CPU to draw power from the battery for momentary performance gains. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that enabled. Perhaps they mean it's like... perhaps it's got like a two-phase CPU PWM. Two-phase CPU power. And you can like disable one phase in order to get a bit more efficiency out of it. Ports. There's not a lot to see here, but we'll save the changes anyway. S key for startup menu, let's do that. If not, boot device options. Notebook hard drive, notebook Ethernet. We only get the 500 gig hard drive, so we're going to take that out as the next thing we do, just to see what... oh yeah, we can't boot into Windows anymore because we're in IDE mode now. Let's just take the hard drive out and see if it'll boot from the SSD. And Michael says subscribe. So please, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. FFcossag has a proven history of excellent viewer satisfaction rates. I see IDE mode doesn't work for this Windows, and no, because it's installed in AHCI mode. Let's see. Is it going to boot? It is going to boot. And it's going straight into PXE. Can't it even boot from USB? Yeah, it could boot from USB. But it can't boot from its PCI Express slot. That is the only thing it can't boot from. Which is a shame, because I've been looking for an application for this little 20GB SSD. Subscribe, Michael, yes. I did subscribe. Windows usually works with IDE. It depends on whether or not it was installed on an IDE mode controller or not. You can't just go back and forth. So... this thing just works. What should we do with this machine? FFcossag is Swedish, I'm Finnish. Michael is about 7 years old. That was paraphrasing from the chat, by the way. I'm new here. Is this your profession or just a hobby? Kind of both. I work as a TV repair guy. I fix shit for a living, but it's a very poor paying job. Making almost as much from YouTube as I do from that, which is saying something because I'm making like $200 a month from YouTube, including Patreon, which is really not a lot. What is the problem of the PC? It's working too well. It is working way too well. It was having giant issues yesterday and it's having no issues today. But clearly messing around with a PC which just works perfectly is an excellent way to gain viewers. I subscribed to Michael, now I'm making $2,000 a month. Click here to learn how. HP laptop hardware diagnostic tools. I don't think that would do anything since we're dealing with a hardware issue which is just not present right now. The machine is stable, it's running fine, it's as if a new... It's working as well as it looks. It's looking perfect, it's pretty much a new machine. Put the button on, don't kill it. What? Your English is very good. Are you a mother tongue speaker? Congrats. No, I am not English speaker. FFcossag, there's no SSD there. No, because I took it out. Here's the SSD. 20GB PCI Express SSD. I think FFcossag needs Duraga 1's random video subject generator. Perhaps. In lack of other stuff, I could go through the effort of actually replacing the handle on this thing, but that would be probably a bit misleading from the stream title. Are you a good rally driver? Yes. Yeah, let's just replace the handle on this thing while we're streaming and watch the viewership fall off since we're not dealing with computers anymore. And in a few minutes I'll try powering that thing on again in case it's actually gonna not work. Copy live Windows image to USB stick and boot from it, see if it will detect that SSD. I don't think so, since it's not even showing up as a boot option at all. Or we could just put an SSD in this thing and try and install Windows on it. I don't know. Oops, how is the van? It has been reconverted to work van. But did BIOS detect it? No, the BIOS did not detect that SSD because it's a wireless WAN slot. Not a proper PCI Express slot. It could in fact just be USB coming through that. I really want to get this bloody thing not working though. I do not wish for this machine to work this well. I want it to break. I want it to break a lot. HP PC hardware diagnostics, okay. Memory test, hard drive check, language exit. Well, as that HP test for you, it came up automatically. It could do a memory check, but that's not going to be the issue. That's a nice feature though. Take over the hard drive, you get a hardware test. Please let it on through the night and give it back the next day, demonstrating that it works and you're okay, for fuck's sake, dude. You try to get milk from a turtle, what the fuck is wrong with you? What? This is my own laptop. This is not a customer's machine. I don't usually fix machines for other people. UEFI, oh no. No, you can't get away from that. I could put some more RAM into this machine though. I mean, at this rate, I should just load this thing up and put it in use. Because if there's any issue that's going to show itself, then yeah, it's going to show itself while the machine's actually being used. Because it was just sitting around for months. No, not months, weeks. Have you tried turning it off and then on again? Yes, many tens of times. And I'm going to fetch some RAM. Let's see. No, that's processors. This is RAM. We need some like DDR3 12800 probably. 2 to 4 gigs. That's 8500. I think all of these are super slow. Random shit. I think these were given to me by a viewer and friend. Yeah, this is ancient stuff. Ancient stuff. This should be DDR3. That's DDR2. That's SDRAM. That's a wireless card. That's not RAM. DDR2. 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 DDR1. This is all the DDR3 we've got. You won't feel difference between slow and faster RAM unless you're doing any rendering stuff. Well, I do a lot of that on my computers. Buy a new laptop and imagine that you fixed the previous. No, Jesus. No. I intend not to buy a new laptop ever in my life. It has 2 gigabytes of 12800. 2 gigabytes. PC3 12800S. 1111B2. Oh, well, oh, you can't even see the microscope. Oh well. This guy is spamming me and it's you, says Michael. Michael, have you gotten yourself Michaeled? You've got more RAM than Linus Tech Tips. Probably. I mean, there's probably a couple of terabytes in my bags. That's 10600. I don't know what's in it. If it's 10600 in it, I'll want some 10600 to go. But I think it's 12800. 8500. 8500. 8500. To anybody who's just joining us, what's happened is I thought this laptop was broken, or rather it is broken, but it's refusing to show any issues, so we're just putting parts in it. 8500. 8500. 8500. Yeah. Do you have some DDR333 I can buy? Yes, but you're better off on eBay. Big Clive's brother would have hit it with a stick to recreate fault condition. I'd rather not. I mean, I think that would likely create a fault condition rather than recreate anyone. And I'd rather not have more issues than I need. Let's throw the SSD in the RAM box, because it's most of the laptop stuff in there anyway. Memory says checked out fine. Let's put more RAM in this thing. What is this guy? Oh, this is 10600. So we'll go with more 10600. 4 GB of 10600. I'd like more than 4 GB, but oh well. I'm too stupid to understand what you say. Well, there's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. Michael, stop or you will get more than 243 emails. Has someone spammed Michael? Where's my syringe? Let's put some pixie dust on these. No, that's the wrong one. There's a very fine trick to getting that absolutely right. I spammed him with porn offers. Oh, that's rude. I do not endorse such behavior. But I'm not going to prevent any of my viewers from doing that, because that's their prerogative. I am a troll-ish person, so I must admit to finding it a bit humorous. That is alcohol. I have got a few SSDs I've intended to reorganize, and I would like to put an SSD in this thing. But it's a major data backing up issue, since one of the SSDs I've got lying around would be going in that machine, because it's currently sitting in my old main laptop, which no longer needs an SSD since it's not really in use. But that's a 256 gigabyte data backup operation, which is going to take the better part of a day to get done, so we're not going to be doing that right now. And we might actually screw down the heatsink as well. In fact, let's just completely remount everything in this computer and watch it fail. Because that's the only certain way to get the machine to act up, is just reassembling it completely, so that you'll have maximum trouble getting it back apart. Let's get that lovely CMOS battery wire out of the way. Can you recommend an SSD brand? I know SanDisk is shit. I want 480 gigabytes. I don't know. I just buy like 128 gigabytes Kingston SSDs because I do all my heavy data on my server on mechanical drives. I think I have a couple of old Samsungs as well. I have heard good stuff about the Samsung 850 though. But I don't own any, so I can't say for certain. Or maybe I do own one, I don't know. I don't really care too much about the stuff which goes into my computers. As long as it's working. I always have liked HP's hard drive caddies. They tend to work well. Want to hear an SSD joke? SD's nuts. Hey, Morton's back. Perhaps that's the reason for us having so many viewers. Perhaps he tweeted about it or something. Oh well. It's a mystery. Nice feature on this laptop though. This entire hatch is toolless. You just click it in place. And then it doesn't stick. And I of course forgot to screw the keyboard in place. Let's do that as well. So what happened to the laptop? It began working for no reason. Now I'm reassembling it in order to make it stop working, because that usually is a surefire way to make working things stop working. Because the likeliness of symptoms showing is entirely proportional to... Why is this not fitting? It's entirely proportional to the amount of effort required to take the thing apart. Battery. So now that taking this thing apart would be maximum effort, it's not going to work. Mark my words. It's not working. It broke. I'm not joking. This, like, let's see. See that blinking light? That means it's not working. This isn't going to power on. That's insane. It broke. Let's just confirm that. Yeah. No activity. It's dead. Remove the CD drive. Yeah, I did that yesterday. It has no effect. Oh wow. I told you. My theory stands entirely correct. The moment I reassembled it, symptoms reappeared. Well, that's insane. Well, perhaps at least now we have something to work against. Soldering the thing. The screw you put in. Those just go into the keyboard. I didn't really see how they'd affect anything else. Still having the issue. It is still having the issue. Right, so let's just undo these screws, but they were undone yesterday, and it made no difference. Maybe it's the bottom cover of a RAM. Well, the bottom cover's not going to be touching anything, really. The bottom cover's not on now, and we're still seeing the issue. Yes. Still same issue. Well, let's give it a RAM 8. I did all this stuff yesterday off camera and it changed nothing. It changed nothing. Remove the battery and only the power supply. I did that yesterday. It doesn't matter. Let's do just power supply. Only power supply. Bam. Still have the issue. Still having the issue. And it seems to just loosen CPU screws. Yeah, I was about to think about that because that's... I mean, the issue started when we were messing around the CPU sockets. Let's just undo these two. Give it a bit of a whack. Did that fix it? Unlikely. Still broken. Take a CPU and put it in. I did that 100 times yesterday. How much RAM does that laptop has? Nothing at the moment. Oh, this is so annoying. Right, but we have an issue now. It took 1 hour and 11 minutes to get the issue. Take out the CPU and clean the pin. I did that yesterday. Many times. Buy some gasoline. I have gasoline. Hello everyone. Hello technical difficulties. You arrived at just the right time. Let's undo the CMOS battery, discarding all the changes we did earlier. Is that gonna make a difference? Yes. Now it starts. It's starting and running now. Oh wow, we're totally overexposing the camera. Whoops. Look, you fail at the first time. Give up and buy a new one. No. What are we watching? We're watching this machine finally have an issue. That is confusing though. That is confusing. Why would it start acting up when I reassemble it, but not act up and start working again when I disconnect the CMOS battery? Now it's working again, just fine. Let's reconnect that. Let's also check if it's drained the battery since yesterday. It does seem to be putting a fair load on the CMOS battery because it's just 3.03 volts and dropping. Could the battery be issue? The battery's been working fine. So let's put one stick of RAM in there with a CMOS battery installed. Power it on. Now it's not working. Okay. It is not working. Let's disconnect the CMOS battery. Is it working? No. Let's take the RAM out. Is it working? No. It is not working. Let's wait a minute. Tighten the CPU screws again, but it's not working now. Are you suggesting that tightening the CPU screws would cause it to work and then also cause it to not work? That makes very little sense. What's Top Girl? Fun. It's not working at all now. Let's just take the motherboard out of this machine. Let's just do a complete disassembly so that we have some ability to actually play around with it. Try cleaning the motherboard. Maybe there's a short circuit somewhere. Well, there's an issue somewhere, but a short circuit, that sounds odd. Lemon Party. I'm not old enough to be Lemon Party yet. Change C2701. I'm assuming that's a Rossmann joke. Seems to be very arbitrary. Yes. That is where this entire issue has been. Arbitrary. Come apart. Try to take the CPU out and plug the power cord in. I did that yesterday. It's no difference. It just keeps doing the same blinky LED shit. It could be the knockoff adapter passing too much ripple to the VRM. No, this knockoff adapter is actually just fine. It's of okay quality. And it does this with a genuine adapter as well. Wireless card. Disconnect you. Disconnect speakers. And disconnect Bluetooth adapter. Let's move stuff on the underside. Let's undo the keyboard screws. They're already undone. Let's start ripping this thing apart. Try to disconnect the keyboard and then I power it on. I did that yesterday. I tried all the obvious random shit yesterday and it made no difference. Ugh. Rubber grommets. Very big rubber grommets. Weird. Out you come. Out you come. And it came out. And it's lost forever. Now there we go. Right. I'll do it that way round. Then you will take out motherboard. Yes, that is what I'm doing. Maybe the CPU is dead. No, it's not. We had it up and running 10 minutes ago. That's a Torx. HP stuff. Torx 9. What model is the HP? It's a 6570B. Can Michael please kill himself? No, Michael's the party. Michael's becoming a meme. A meme can never die. GPU is integrated with the CPU here. Yes, that is the case. Come on. Where are our screws? I'm watching an HP 6550B. It's going to die. At the very least, it's going to be sick from seeing surgery on its brethren. Does the laptop's back panel have something metallic on it? I'm not sure what you mean by back panel. If you plug in the AC adapter, do you get normal voltages on the board? That's what we're trying to find out. You can't really access to measure anything, since all the voltage reg stuff is covered by plastic. What's your main PC specs? A 2500K, some amount of RAM and some SSD. Oh wow, Michael's really going at it. Michael, 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 Michael. Let's do a Michael status check. I saw you had 955 subs when we started this. Let's just go there. And he's got 955 subs still. Granted, it could just not have updated. Check where the AC adapter is plugged in. I think one of the SMDs is blown. How could you possibly know that? We are going to check, but we need to get it apart first. Which means taking out 1,000,000 random screws in random locations and trying to remember where they go. That is something I must give Apple laptops, so they tend to be easier to get apart, at least the old ones, because they're less arbitrary. Try taking the motherboard out, maybe some wire is unplugged. We are taking the bloody motherboard out, that's what I've been doing for the last 10 minutes. I think we're starting to get most of the screws out. Oh no, there's a bunch there still. Wow, we're staying steady at like 100 viewers. That's pretty impressive. Use an oscilloscope to measure the signal and its functionality. We're not that far gone on this thing yet. What happened? This computer broke and we're trying to fix it. So something is wrong with the laptop. No, I'm taking it apart because I like taking working laptops apart for no reason. I think that back cover may be pushing something on the motherboard or is making short somewhere. I don't see how that would happen since there's like a centimeter gap between the motherboard and the back cover. I think this thing might come apart now. Let's give it a go. Sometimes you need to... Oh no, hang on, is this one of these where the bottom pops off? I think this might be one of these machines where the bottom pops off. It's a bit cryptic. This is quite cryptic indeed. Oh, am I gonna have to read the manual? You have turned into FFcossag. Take it apart. How does this thing come apart? Go to bits. Oh yeah, we need to take out the keyboard still, of course. Duh. I'm an idiot. Come on. Snap, crackle, pop. Open it with a screwdriver. What time is it for you? 11 in the evening. EEV blog is cool. I think he used to be cooler. I haven't found much fancy in his content lately, sadly. Just eternal mailbags. Granted, nothing wrong with mailbags. It's getting a bit monotone. Whoa, Morton, you got directly Michael'd. Hashtag I was Michael'd. Guys, could you really help him out? Just make him stop, power the thing and note the LED blinks. They are the fail code. There's no fail code in this LED, it's just blinking orange, white over and over again, and the service manual says nothing about that. It's basically saying, motherboard broken, send it to HP for replacement. Ugh, come on. Out you come. Out you come. Ugh, there we go. Now it's starting to look like one of these where the top actually pops off, but it's a weird design. I think the bottom pops off. I think the bottom pops off. Now try plugging the power cord in while it's half disassembled. Let's see. Let's see if this thing has just started working again. Is the power on? Yeah, I think it's just decided to start working again. No, it's entirely dead. Oh yeah, because I disconnected the power. I disconnected the power connector. Of course, it's dead. Fuck the service. Manual, who needs instructions? Just bring it to a nuclear reactor to reflow. Fair point. I'll send it to Fonderfoot. Oh yeah, if the bottom comes off, I need to undo this mess. Karate chop the little fucker. Hiya. Come apart, please. This thing is so plasticky. There are snappers around here. Snap. I've never taken one of these apart before, by the way. By the way, could someone tell me who's not running an ad blocker if there are advertisements like beside the stream? Because I ticked that box, but I have no way of knowing if that actually works. YouTube advertising is not very reliable. Come apart. Come on. No, there isn't, mate. Haven't seen any ads. Thank you. Oh wow, Michael's getting mad. Watch out, everybody. You're gonna get Michael'd, every single one of you. Can you send that PC to me if you can't fix it? No, I'm gonna save it for spares. Because once these start falling, they start falling. And I'm gonna need to undo a bunch more screws around the back. No ads, no ads, no ads, no ads. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your feedback. That speaks to the reliability of YouTube. It's fine, though. 100 ad impressions is not a lot of money. Sub until I will hack your channel. Watch out. Michael's getting serious. Michael will hack your channel. And you wouldn't want to get hacked by Michael. Hey Michael, mention ITT Fame, who wants to be Michael'd. You could probably make more money just Michaeling people than doing whatever you're doing now, Michael. I hope he's going to become a recurring troll. If we keep doing these streams. Why is this thing not coming apart? Why are you not coming apart? We're halfway in. No, I never drop screws on the floor, and I've got a million laptop screws anyway, so it doesn't matter. Do I have to get, like, this thing apart first? No. That's impossible. I wanted ads, got AIDS. Well, that's what you get for wanting ads. Oh yeah, it's coming. Snap. 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 Oh yeah. We are so close to being in. Serial port's going to be an issue though. Hey, it actually has a proper serial port. It's almost a real computer. Oh. We are getting there. We're literally just stuck on the serial port now. There we go. We're inside. I'm not going to make an EV blog reference about that. That's a fairly nice layout. It opens up like an apple. Alright. I think we're going to be needing the microscope. Will you try to reflow the motherboard in the oven? No. I'll reflow components I suspect would benefit from it, but just reflowing the entire thing in the oven is not a very good idea. It would just melt everything. Oh wow, Michael's getting so mad. That's like at least 10 devils and 10 sad smileys and 10 skulls and 10 weird alien blue faces in the chat. What's happened to it? I don't know. It's out of the trash. It never worked. Well, it worked fine, then it stopped working. For no real reason. I think it's a power issue. I also think power might be coming in through this little tiny PCB here. So it could just be an issue with this connector. But I don't know. We're here to find out. Alright, power's not coming in through there. That's just buttons. Just buttons. I want to adjust the angle on this camera, but it's going to fall off if I try. I'm scared of Michael. Everyone should be afraid of Michael. He's going to forever poison Vsauce for me. Hey, Vsauce, Michael here! Million angry smileys. Paper log looks alright. Let's get this motherboard out entirely. It's the PWM chip for the 12-volt rail. Craig, could you expand on that? Do you have experience with this particular model? If you do, please help out. Yeah, motherboard out. Top view webcam is really overexposed. Oh yeah, it is now. Let's fix that. Let's just put it on auto exposure. There we go. That should be a bit better. I had some manual exposure because it has a tendency to underexpose and just show blackness because of my overhead lights. Check the regulators. Of course I'm going to check the regulators. Take the screen off first. No. I want to see if Craig said anything more. Well, it could be a power issue and a check of the error issue could reveal. Alright. No specific knowledge to be gained. Hey, I don't see Michael on the screen. Michael, where are you? Michael! Michael, get over here! Oh. Ugh. Broken standoff. That's great. I can see that HP have fallen into the Asus thing of just having these super tiny little hinges. Like the entire hinge seems to be just this little area anchored in plastic, which is gonna fall apart. So that's very, very disappointing. Compared to all the HP business laptops, this is just shit. I expected better out of a 6570B. These are supposed to be the high-end offerings. You're not supposed to have to use pliers to grab a broken metal insert when disassembling a high-end laptop. Well, that's never gonna go back together. Never ever. Just look at this shit. Plastic insert. Michael, no scared of you. Seems so. Where you live? Finland. Now try plugging it in. That wouldn't do anything since the power is disconnected. Let's get rid of this thing. You're in the way. Is that that's another broken standoff. Jeez. Not impressed. So, is this coming apart? Stuck on the firewire. Come on. Come on. What are you sticking on? There we go. That's a motherboard. Right. So the power is coming in there. That's the power connector. Hey, Michael! Michael! Michael's back! Michael! Michael killed my family. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put on my ESD slippers, because I'm wearing my non-ESD slippers, which are shit for this kind of stuff. There we go. ESD slippers. Maybe these standoffs were making shit. I don't know. Let's see. I don't think they're in places which would affect anything, and there was nothing loose rattling around. One was. Where were they? It's there. So it's this standoff in the corner. Cock it in the oven, no. Ugh. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. Hello, I'm Portuguese. Hello. Enjoy being Portuguese. First rule of troubleshooting is thou shalt measure voltages. I want to do a quick visual. First. It doesn't look as if there's anything obviously exploded. We have some weird Intel part here. I'm not entirely sure. There's a little choke in series with everything. Those are known for failing sometimes. There's a connector for that board. Don't come on URPC. I don't intend to. Holy shit, Michael has got more subs than me. Well, Alex's stuff, you need to copy Michael, so start spamming away. Yeah, nothing obviously exploded, so I'm gonna go take a piss and grab some water, and I'll be back in a minute. And I'm back, and we have gained viewers while I was having a piss, so what did that say about the actual entertainment? I need a Christmas card to put my cup on. Take a piss on that laptop, no. In a gay way? No. All right. I wonder if there's a schematic available for this thing. But I don't know where to get laptop schematics. Could someone in the chat bother trying to find a schematic for a HB ProBook 6570B? That would be nice. Then I wouldn't have to... Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh yes, I think we're onto something. I think we are onto something. Let's just... Well, that's the best microscope you're gonna get. I think we are onto something. Because we have an SMSMC chip, which are usually responsible for a bunch of miscellaneous... whoa, I'm about to throw well all my screws. Let's put this somewhere else. We have an SMSC chip here, which tend to be responsible for all kinds of power-related things, and aha, that is corrosion. Well, let's try and get you guys a bit of a better view still. That is likely to cause issues. Yes, indeed. Yes, we found something, finally. Alcohol syringe to the rescue, yes. He got cum on it. You'd have to have some pretty corrosive cum to actually manage to shoot a load this far into the machine. But we are definitely onto something. Now, I don't want to take the entire chip off, because that's going to be impossible to get back with my shitty FLUX. But everything else pretty much looks fine. So we're just going to clean up that exact area. Is that trace even there? Yes, some remnant of it. I need to refill the syringe there. Let's see if this works. I have another kind of these containers as well, where I can do a really neat trick to refill. Let's see if it works on this one. Just have to get rid of that. 119 viewing, wow. That's a definite new record. So you do that. Ah shit, it doesn't work on this one. The one I have it work, you can just stick the entire syringe inside and suck some alcohol out. But you can't on this one. Not easily anyway. Nope, not gonna happen. So we have to do it the old-fashioned way. Pull that out. Plug it. Get that out. And I can't do this over the bench because everything's going to get wet, but you just pour the alcohol inside. Oh shit. Put way too much in there. There we go. And once that's inside, cork out, push it until all the air's out, and it's very difficult to do this without getting alcohol everywhere. Ah, there we go. And we now are blessed with all fresh pixie dust. Hey, Michael's back. Michael, how many people have sub to you since you started doing this. You do get live feeds on that when you're under 1,000 subs, so do tell. You're at 955 when you started. It doesn't update on your channel right away, so please tell us, how many subs do you have now? I'm going to use the tweezers. This is where I really wish I had an ultrasonic cleaner, because it would just do such a better job. Don't you have a brush? Yeah, but it's very difficult to. Well, actually, the electric toothbrush could do a decent job of this. Because it's just puts down so much more power. But then again, it could actually damage the board. So let's... I have the electric toothbrush head. Yeah. You can't see what you're doing. Watch him fuck up by breaking one of the pins. That could happen. I think I'm gonna warm up the soldering station. We want to reflow these. We want to reflow these, but really need to clean between them, so I think the knife might be the best route. Just resolder. That works well when you've got working flux, but I don't have any good flux in store right now. And we need to get the shit out between the pins. See, that's something you don't really see when Rossman's doing streams. He ultrasonics pretty much all the boards he works on, and that does so much to clean up corrosion between pins. But I didn't have an ultrasonic cleaner, especially not one which would take a board this size. So there's not a lot I can do to actually clean underneath the chip without taking the chip off, and I don't want to do that. Or we'll just clean it with plenty of alcohol. Plenty of alcohol. Why is my soldering station not beeping? Did it beep? I don't know. It's hot anyway. Make one out of a humidifier. Well, I suppose humidifiers work in a similar frequency, but you'd need a giant transducer to make it worthwhile. Let's just... where's my solder? Now this is the part where I try and solder this and make a mess. Just one bad pin by the looks of it. Yeah, there's corrosion all around, but there's clearly one which has been far more susceptible than the others. The chip you're cleaning is it a LPC? Well, take a screenshot of that and rotate it and read the number. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's try and clean this. Oh god, no depth perception. Oh, this is turning out alright. Oh, there was some alcohol. Oh, this is turning out alright. But boiling alcohol probably brought out a fair amount of the shit underneath. That was a very good thing. Before soldering. If you mean put flux on, I can put flux on if you want me to, but it's not going to do shit because my flux is worthless. I think it's just gone bad with time. Well, there you go. A liter of flux. So-called flux, which just evaporates instantly and doesn't clean the board. Oh, wow, 131 watching. It seems copying Louis Rossmann is a very working concept. See how my flux is just not doing anything? And the flux in my actual solder is doing a much better job. We'll want to clean that pin up. So if we're using this solder, we really would need working solder because the flux in these wicks seems to be of rather poor quality. Louis Rossmann is a no-good, low-down, foul-mounted, low-brow Yankee. So, he's fucking good anyway. Boiling flux. And my solder wick is not doing anything because the flux doesn't work. Oh, this is annoying. Hello, I just started to watch live. Hello. We're trying to solder a fine pin pitch chip, but I don't have any working flux, so we just have to keep adding tin to the tip, getting the flux in the actual solder to flow down without actually getting a bunch of solder on the connector as well. Come on. Ugh. This is annoying. Did you block me, FFcossag? No. Love how everyone here knows Louis. Well, this is the same kind of video, and he has like, what, 500,000 subs by now? So, there's plenty of people. Like a considerable number of nerds are going to know him, just as statistically. Oh, fuck's sake. Clean up, you piece of shit. Clean up. Let's not burn my fingers. Please, for the love of all that is holy, stop bridging. I want to use my solder wick. My solder wick is shit and doesn't work. Just look at this shit. The capillary force of a solder wick is supposed to be much greater than that of the pins it's attached to. Take a hand solder socket. Yeah, I think we actually have to fire up the desoldering pump for this. It's the entirely wrong tool for the job, but since all my chemicals are just not working right. That unfluxed Chinese braid won't do anything. It actually is fluxed proper Chemwick branded braid from a reputable retailer. Chemtronics. It's just, I don't know. It seems to be a bad batch or something. I have had a bunch of these just not work. You can see the model number and everything. There you go. And this is from Alpha, which is like the biggest Nordic electronics retailer there is. Let's just grab another roll of the stuff. Well, I do have... this is actual horrible Chinese solder wick. Let's see if that works better. I recall this stuff just not working at all. Where are my snips? There are my snips. 124 watching, wow. We're going up. I would say use a larger solder point. Yeah, your iron isn't getting hot enough. Yes, it is. It is getting plenty hot. But I can turn it off if you want. It's not going to make a difference. It's just going to start burning shit more. Let's see if this wick will suck anything at all. Yeah, this wick seems to actually do something, so let's try it. It's giant though. Let's see. Yeah, this is looking better. Is the Chinese wick gonna beat the fucking Chemtronics? Come on. Nah, none of us gonna get it off. Let's just desoldering pump it. This is the right tool for laptops resoldering work. It worked perfectly. We have a bit of a bridge there, but that giant excess of solder is gone. Oh, fuck's sake. Well, that ruined everything. So the trick to making one of these desoldering pumps work on everything is to put a bunch of fresh solder on it. Well, that's looking alright now. Just have to clean off the excess flux. Ah shit, we got a piece of crap there. Yeah, that's a bridge from the horrible Chinese wick. Ugh. Just add some solder to the wick and it will do the job. I tried. It won't do the job because the wick just... yeah, I don't know. It doesn't suck. It just keeps getting worse. Yes, it keeps getting worse. Oh well. Let's just desoldering pump that as well. Let's get some fatter quality solder. At least I have brand name solder. Flux and reflow. I would flux and reflow if I had working fucking flux, but my flux has gone bad. I need to order more flux. So the best we can muster is the desoldering pump. But that's worked great. I think if we clean this up, it's going to be looking fine. FFcossag usually does superb work. He's having an off day. No, the difference is I usually edit my videos. This is usually how things go. I just cut out all this boring shit. Wow, 137 live views. That's insane. Let's see what we have underneath all this crap. Oh, there's a bunch of flux on those pins. A big bunch of flux. We can just use that to our advantage. Now we actually have some flux. See, when there's flux on the pins, they solder a lot better. How weird. I never would have expected. We do have a bit of shit there on one of those pins. There we go. Off you come. What ship is that I just started watching? You have 2 seconds to take a screenshot of that. 2, 1, over. It's the SMSC, you know, the power management chip which does everything. It was water damaged. But I think we're starting to clear everything up. Let's syringe that and be going. Use a needle. That's actually a fair point. I actually have my needle point probes. That is a very fair point. I forgot that I have these. We can very well use one of... oh wow, this needle is so worn out. Yeah, that's no better than the knife. So let's just knife it. Knife. Let's try and... let's just get at a quite shallow angle and just poke that. Festive rainbow dash. Wow, we're being watched by horses. You alright? Yes, I'm alright. I just have shit in my throat which wanted to come out. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's just alcohol the shit out of that and give it a go. Oh yeah, I'm looking for my syringe. Where the hell is my syringe? There's my syringe. Alcohol makes everything better. And toothpicks. Toothpicks and alcohol. Oh, that's another solder bridge there, which came off a wick. We might be able to get that away. Let's put some of this worthless flux on there. Oh, it just wicked up all the alcohol now. No, stop wicking up the alcohol. Put flux on there. There we go, I think we're out of bridges there, as long as I get that little bit of crap off. Come on, off you come. Tweezers. Nice, tweezers. There we go. Drag soldering, for crying out loud. I would do that if I had working flux, but I don't have any fucking flux. My flux has gone bad and it doesn't work. So if I try drag soldering, I'll just short every single pin there to every other pin. It doesn't work. And my solder wick is not working either. I know how to use flux and I know how to use solder wick. As long as it's quality solder wick and quality flux. And I have neither. My gear is shit. And I know it sounds like a lame excuse to just go, oh, yeah, I'm performing poorly because my gear is shit. But, well, in this case, it's true. That's not to say I'm some super mega repair god. I just happen to have bad gear at home at this current time. Is that another bridge there? Is that a solder bridge? I think that might be a solder bridge. We need to check it. Nonsense, I do that all the time. It's a lot easier than fiddling like that. Well, I also do it all the time at work, where I have working flux and a working wick to wick the flux, to wick all the excess solder away. I would not say that we have a short here anyway. No, it's measuring like 100k, so that's fine. What are you drinking? Water. He's very angry with his laptop. Now I'm annoyed with people who keep saying do this or do that when I keep saying that I have bad non-working flux. The pins look okay, a connection is a connection. Yes, I just don't want any pins to be shorted to any other pins. Yeah. I still want to get some more of that flux residue away from there, because it's taking some corrosion with it all the time. And since I don't have an ultrasonic cleaner, every bit of corrosion we can get out is good. I don't want to know what this chip looks like on this underneath. Well, let's just put the soldering iron on the side there to boil the alcohol. Make it move away. Alright. I think we might be ready to test this thing. Or rather, I think we're ready to have a more of a look in this area to see if there's any more corrosion. But given the mild nature of the issues, I don't think we're going to see many other issues. Yeah, this general area looks pretty okay to me. Let's see if it gives off a magic smoke. I think that's quite unlikely. Do you have a screwdriver tip? Yes, I do, but I prefer conical for this. It's 2200 and I'm up at day 400. Good luck, man. Have fun. Backside of the board, yeah, we'll get to that. This is the top of the board though, where we're likely to see most water damage. It's looking pretty okay though. There's the area where we had water damage, so that's right underneath the battery I glued in. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be any water damage there because I already looked at that area before gluing the battery in. Hello, greetings from Lithuania. Say condensatorius. It means capacitor. Just become a Patreon supporter, mate. Hey, I'm gonna shill something. Well, let's see if I remember where I put my Patreon shilling stuff. Where is my Patreon shilling stuff? Soon, I'm going to be launching a new Patreon level where I will send you one of these channel stickers. One-time offer. But it's not out yet, so you're just getting a teased at the moment. But if you want a genuine FFcossag high-quality vinyl print sticker, there will soon be an opportunity. It's going to be the, I think I'm going to do the $3 level. Right, back to the board. Let's It's looking pretty clean. Yeah, I really can't spot any additional damage. Fucking... There's thermal pastes loose on the board, yuck. Go away. You know, it probably... Why is the camera horribly out of focus? Oh, there we go. Do the €10 guys also get one? It's going to be like if you're increasing your pledge from under $3 to $3 or above, then you're going to get one, I think. But the Patreon stuff is not released yet. If you support him on Patreon, you get the chance of promoting him with a sticker. Yes, that is correct. You pay me to give me advertising. It's getting late but exciting. Yes, we should get this board tested, I think, because I can't find any further water damage. Oh yeah, what I wanted to measure is I want to put the coin slot battery in and see if the load has decreased, because we were seeing a rather high load on the CMOS battery prior to this repair. Your stickers need to be 20% cooler. No, don't do memes of that nature. For every $1 you get, how much do you get? I don't know, I think it's like 80%, like off of Patreon. But yeah, our coin cell voltage currently is... It's not connected, of course. Coin cell voltage... Give me a reading, please. It's saying 0. Because my probe's not in. And we don't have to hear about atheism during his videos like Dave Jones does all the time. What's wrong with that though? Right, we've got 3.169 volts in the battery right now. Let's plug it in and see what we get. It should not drop substantially. 3.169. That is a considerable improvement in the load on the coin cell, because it would drop to 3.0 something volts right away when you connected it up before. But now it's sitting steady at 3.169. That's excellent. God no, Dave Jones. Why do people not like Dave Jones? He's a cool dude. What have I missed? Most stuff. I think we just repaired this board, because we had a lot of water damage, and that has been cleaned up. We no longer see an excessive load on the coin cell battery. So let's change the camera angle, give you guys a bit of a better view of what I'm doing. Let's see, how much do we need to reassemble this thing in order to power it on? Oh wow, real David Jones flame war going on. Nerdy video blogger showdown. One man enter, two men enter, one man leaves. Dave has it very nicely because he could basically drop the quality of his videos to any shit level and still get away with it. He's just so big. And he's got such a dedicated fan base that he's pretty much impervious. As long as it doesn't stop producing content, he's going to be around. And even if he stopped, he's got such a reputation that he could just pretty much do anything. He's in a very good position right now. He could become a shill for some company easily and earn enough money to get by. Anyway, are the LEDs on the board on this thing? Where are the front panel LEDs? They should be in this end. Oh yeah, there they are. So we can just grab the power connector and see if this thing will work. Which way is this supposed to go? I guess that way. Please support my channel for Testus T. Don't become the next fucking Michael. Don't become the next Michael. Michael's already Michael. We don't need another one. Go advertise on your own damn channel. You're just gonna get mocked here. Right, power. Our LEDs are there. You guys probably can't see them for shit. But I will give you a status update. And the board just powered on. And it powered on again. I think there's a reasonable chance this is a fix. Power off, please. Oh yeah, it doesn't have any RAM, so it's not going to respond. Hard power off, is that going to work? Yes. Do we have fan spin? We would not have fan spin because this machine doesn't spin the fan at boot up. So this is a perpetually broken machine by that standard, I'm sorry. But if no one discovers my content, if people discover they subscribe. Test this. I have never advertised this channel except for like 3 times on 4chan. If you create good content and you get like 100 base subscribers, then you're going to see relatively rapid growth, even if you just rely on YouTube's algorithm to advertise you. And if you go around to like a random live stream like this, you know, people are here to see me, they're not here to check you out. Like, so, sorry if that's a rude thing to say, but that's the way it is. People aren't here to be advertised to, except for like sidebar ads, which seem to not be working. Where's the rest of the computer? There it is. So, do we have any more water damage around here? Oh, we do. There's a bit more water damage here. Let's just have a quick look at it. Yeah, I want to get this board out and give it a check over. What motor is it glued in? It's snapped in with plastic snaps. This feels so wrong. This feels so wrong. We have some shit on the USB port there. Yeah, it's not going to come up because the camera is not exposing right. Because it's a cheap, shitty webcam. That's good enough. Yeah, let's just alcohol it, and we'll be good. It's semen. No, it's not semen. I knew enough about semen to know that this is not semen. Oh, we're keeping steady at 135 views. This is weird. Best way to gain subs, good lighting, good camera. Titles in all caps, tits. Yes. All of those points are correct. I have a lot of lighting, but it's not good lighting, it's just a lot of lighting. Let's just check my lighting randomly. Because I'm quite sure I've got more lighting than most people in this business. Lux meter. 1600 lux. Then going to the left, we've got like 3000 lux on the bench. There's so much shit about the actual work area that we just at like about 2000 lux. Roughly 2000 lux. Bit over. Can you give me and others who joined right now a quick recap? This is a laptop which I was a part of a live stream yesterday. I was testing a processor in it and it didn't work. Then it started working again, randomly. And now we've taken it apart, found some liquid damage, repaired the liquid damage, and we're about to reassemble it and test it. We just verified that one of the symptoms, which was a high load on the CMOS battery, is gone. There is no longer a high current draw on the CMOS battery. And the machine seems to power on reliably. For how much time are you creating videos? What do you mean by that? I mean, this live stream is unedited and it's been going on for 2 hours 38 minutes. Normal video takes like 4 hours of shooting, 4 hours of editing roughly. HP hates him! Watch this video! Those titles are excellent. Yes, oh yeah, we need to get the USB board back in place. There was no more water damage on it. It's fixed. There's nothing on that thing. No, that's good enough. It's good enough. Is Griffon S39 good for electronic soldering? I have no idea what that is. Hi there. Hello. In you go, board. Snap. Do we have more water damage? Oh, wow. We do have a sign of high manufacturer's quality here, though. Let's see if I can give you a close-up. Have a look at that connect on the touchpad. That is not in straight. I haven't touched that. No one's touched it. Huh. This thing has just been disappointment upon disappointment. And I've always been a HP guy. I've liked their business laptops. Är du från Sverige? Jag såg det stod på svenska på din ljusmätare. Jo. Eller nej, jag är från Finland. Laptop repair gone sexual. Jews, Michael, cancer, poor soldering. Sexy local HP laptop won't repair. How did you originally get the laptop? Very wet in a dumpster. Gets shot in the hood trying to fix a HP laptop with 100,000 watt soldering iron that sets on fire and burns houses down. Yes. We'll do that in all caps. You can speak Swedish. Yes, I can. This time is not great for watching streams in Europe. I don't care. Right. Let's get this thing back together. Which way does this go in? Like, oh, this is confusing. That way. No. Yes? No. It's going in that way. Yes. That is the correct orientation. Coffee, tea or vodka? I'd say just rainwater. I think the water damage occurred after the laptop was scrapped. Which way does this go? That way. Great live stream so far, thank you. All right. Ugh, this heat pipe is so ugly. I'm afraid it's going to start leaking at some stage, but oh well. We'll take that when it comes. It can be replaced. Now this goes like so, and the firewire is going to want to break off the board. And it's in place. Oh yeah, the grounding for the monitor is now broken because the standoff was broken. So that's lovely. We're gonna have to... Let's see. Let us see. We're gonna have to reinstall the broken metal insert in order to clamp down the grounding screw for the display. Else there's a risk it might not have enough copper in the cable to actually run the monitor. Just a splat of solder. I'm not going to solder the display in place, because displays tend to break quite frequently. Although I could just solder... Yeah, I suppose that's what you meant. I could just solder this brass insert onto the board. But I already installed the board, and I can't be bothered. So we'll just do it with tweezers. It's the quickest, easiest route. You go in there. Come on. Screwdriver. Where's my screwdriver? There's my screwdriver. Please stream more. Indeed would like to learn how. how it to be a computer repair guy. Perhaps. Are you planning to do something similar to your van log videos in the future? Maybe. Although I'll probably push that on a separate channel, since this is a tech channel. And I need to be able to afford to travel around, because it's expensive and I'm poor. Come on, you get in there. Come on. Damn, why are you poor? Because I don't have a good job. Because I live in an area where it's difficult to get tech jobs. And no one wants to hire me in a different sector, and I don't want a non-tech job. FFcossag videos are more interesting than Clive. I disagree. Big Clive is very, very entertaining. He has much better showmanship than I do, and a better accent. I would desire for this screw to go in. I have to take the board out. Annoying. Oh. The sounds of a computer. He nearly died in his recent video. What? Which one? I need to watch that. Why is this not working? Why is this screw not going into the insert? Come on. Oh, no, that's good enough. Finally, we're screwed. That took a lot more effort than I deserved to. Both Big Clive and FFcossag are superb channels. I agree. YouTuber nearly died in his latest video. Check here to find the latest single women in your area. Display cable. FFcossag, you can make 2,300 a month here easily. Ha! Ha! Perhaps in a decade if I keep up this rate. What laptop is that? G62? No, it's a ProBook 6570B. Right, let's try and remember which screws go where. Yeah, there's another broken insert. I don't care about that at the moment. This one goes there. You need a website. Why not do it yourself? With Wix. I hope I'm not getting those ads as well. Just as the Ross said, that is making people install ad blockers, because I tend to watch Rossman at lunch at work, and it kept playing that ad every time I kept watching the same video. So I'd get an advert like 10 times per video. And it was all with a fucking Wix ad. So I installed an ad blocker. Because it kept showing me that fucking ad. And I don't need a website. I love all your videos, thank you. Dave makes 40k. Yes, he's also been doing this for a decade. Answer me please, what's your question? FF, do you have a girlfriend? No. Do I look like the kind of person who'd have a girlfriend? Seriously. Do I? You need a website. You need a website. Did you find your screwdriver? Yes. Yes, I did. But now I can't remember where this screw is supposed to... Go. FF, do you have a boyfriend? No. I'm not gay. Sorry. Let's say, do I look like the kind of person who would have a significant other? If you want a good job, let me know, but you will have to travel abroad. I didn't understand how I could get a good job travelling abroad. I'm not a good salesman. Where the hell's this screw supposed to go? I do not remember. I do not remember. No, that's not... I put that screw in the wrong pile. No wonder. This is the screw I'm looking for, and it's going here. No wonder I'm confused. Haha, well, my girlfriend hate my laptop and all the tech stuff, hahaha. Oh, what? Lung cancer? No, I'm just not used to speaking a lot. Greetings from Finland. Terve, Pekka. Mitä kuuluu? There's always porn to go for if money is tough. Yes. Skinny fat nerd gets fucked for the first time. That's the best title for a porno starring me I can think of, and it wouldn't last for very long. That's all, I think that's all the screws I actually put in for the main board. But I'm not certain. Oh well. Let's just see how many extra screws we'll end up with. Hey, we've got a date code, 2012. 2012. 702. What other languages do you speak? Swedish and English, that's all. I know like 5 words Finnish. I should not put this on before I put the USB board in place. No, the serial board. That would be a bad idea. I'm getting too involved with that chat. I'm forgetting that I'm supposed to be repairing a computer. Oh, we're having a jolly good time, aren't we? This feels wrong. This board doesn't seem to be mounting entirely flat, but it's quite supposed to be that way. I'm off to sleep. Enjoy yourself. Has anyone ever told you that you sound South African? Yes, actually. People have told me that I sound all kinds of shit and they're all wrong. Most common is British. Had a couple South African, couple French. But mostly people think I'm British. Please help, I have trouble with my PC. No. Are you streaming this with your Ghetto 4G antenna? No, I would if I could, but I can't configure it to run in parallel with my ADSL on the same network without causing issues, so I'm stuck streaming over ADSL, else we'd have way, way, way better video quality, since I'm actually capturing this at 1080i. How old are you? I'm 24. 24, I think. There's supposed to be a screw there. Where's the screw that's supposed to be there? Oh no, that one comes through the case, okay. What frequency is the 3G, 4G there? 4G is 800 MHz, 3G, I don't know. Try installing macOS, no. Which OS are you running? Windows 7 for life. Dumbass, where's your screw now? Exactly where I put it. I don't think we're off by a single screw. And when this is like archived, there's going to be some artist going through every single screw on this and going, ah, you forgot a screw there, you were wrong. But I don't care. Install Temple OS. CIA niggers. Terry A. Davis is fantastic. I saw him in some live stream some time ago where he answered this phone and basically just said like 15 swear words and hung up. It was great. Why choose only Windows 7? Because it tends to work very well and it has enough legacy features to suit my needs. And I don't like the botnet in the newer Windows systems. Haha, botnet memes. A question you might like. What do you want in life? Where do you want to be in 10 years? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm fine being right here. See, I'm one of those, like, Buddhist-y kind of people who just go, hey, it's cool. Whatever's going on is fine. I don't really care. You're never going to be happy unless you can accept reality for whatever it might be. FCOSS combo breaker. Wrecked. Right. This is snapped together. We need to start with the top screws. I need to start by putting the antennas in place so they don't get mangled. It's nice working on a machine which you are quite convinced is fixed. It's not at all as stressful as the Dell we had the other day, which was just pain upon pain. Should I go eat something? I haven't eaten all day. I don't know, man. You probably should. Are you filming? No. You are not viewing this. I am not filming. There is no video. Remember to check my video, please. Don't do a Michael. You are not Michael. Only Michael is allowed to spam this channel. If you are not named Michael, then you may not spam here. I'm sorry. Wireless LAN. Please be connected. So much spaghetti with the wireless WAN wires coming from the same spot on this machine. There we go. Being healthy is the main thing. Living is bad when you are ill. Living in general is kind of not neutral, I'd say. But if you're ill, then you just really need to accept. But that's the way things are. There is no video. Seems like I forget to take my meds. Nah man, I think you've taken all the right meds. What is your preferred pronoun? It. I will put the fan in last, because I took it out first. There's loose plastic in this. There we go. I want to put these in, else we're going to fuck the hinges over. Ugh. Oh, this thing is so plasticky. Just look at how it flexes. I'm not a fan of this machine. What music do you like? Lots of music. It has no sex. Yes, that's the point. Rose is back. Who is Rose? Hinges be attached, please. His favorite name is Daddy. If you can't get it working, blow it up with fireworks. I actually was working on a thing recently, which I ended up just exploding. I have it here. This is a motherboard out of a Minix, like, Android PC thing. I ordered a new power management IC. This guy. And soldered it in, and it didn't work, it just exploded, and then I put 75 volts to it and made the smoke come out. Oh, that's scratchy. Power connector. Connected. I wonder why the... oh yeah, there's... never mind. There are two wires because there are two little boards on the chassis. Is it chassis or chassis? I'll never remember. There we go. All connected. What you're referring to as Linux is in fact GNU/Linux, or as I've recently taken it upon myself of calling it GNU plus Linux. What do or did you do for work? I'm a TV repair tech. Or rather, everything electronics repair tech. My job is basically doing what you're watching me do right now, except a lot more hurriedly and a lot more sloppily. Some of the stuff I get at home is stuff which we've like scrapped at work. Like this power supply I got from work because it took like 30 hours to repair, and that would have been the cost of like 7 new power supplies. I have to leave. Enjoy yourself. My job is to fix people's eyes. That sounds evil. Ugh, this is so plasticky. Snap, crackle, pop. Please snap together. Did you fix it? I don't know. I think so. But since the issue on this machine was so intermittent, we're not going to know for a long time. But I think it's going to power on when we've got it reassembled and put voltage into it. I think it's going to be fine. I can't believe we're sticking at around 130 viewers for this. It's insane. Oh, fuck's sake! I've put in a screw too much in the motherboard. Huh. There's a screw there, which is supposed to be installed from the outside. I have to take this back apart. How annoying. Oh well. You guys are getting more. We're going to be fiddling with this thing for the rest of the night. Would you be a good project leader? I don't think so. I am way too stubborn. My job is writing subtitles for shitty films. That sounds dreary. Taking this thing back apart, although at least I didn't reattach too many things. 2 dislikes, oh dear. There's usually 2 dislikes on my videos. 2 to 3. So I think there are like 2 people who dislike me and just instantly thumbs down every video I make. But that doesn't matter. See, as anyone who's subscribed to Thunderfoot will know, currently the most prominent YouTube metric is just how many likes and dislikes you get combined with watch times. So either like or dislike this stream. Either you do is good for me. If you dislike this stuff, just don't give any feedback at all, because then this video is not going to be promoted. This is annoying. How did this thing come apart? Snap it. Snap it. Come on. Snap. Come apart, please. Come apart, please. I desire you to stop being attached to yourself. I put in the screws on the top already. And I'm going to open the screen with the hinges not attached, which is going to ruin the plastic. At 100 likes he will sing a song. I don't even know how many likes this has. YouTube metrics gauging is a Sisyphean task. I have no idea what that means. What happened to the laptop? It was water damaged. Or rather, at some stage it was discarded. Then it was water damaged while it was lying in the trash. Then I took it out of the trash. Thought it was working. Then figured out it wasn't working yesterday when I tried to install a CPU in it. And now we've taken it apart. We've figured out that it's water damaged and fixed that through a horrible soldering process, which I'm not proud of. And now I was trying to reassemble it, but I put a screw too much in on the motherboard, so now I have to take it back apart. And that's where we are right now. Now this thing is rather annoying to get to bits, because the snaps are very, very hard on it. Come on. Come apart, please, thank you. FFcossag reacts to big cloud getting electrocuted. Try not to laugh. That would be fun. Someone tell me what did Big Cloud do to get himself shocked? Because he is a responsible guy. I mean, he puts on that I don't give a shit kind of thing, but he obviously has reasonable understanding of electrical safety. So it is funny when people like that do get shocked. I mean, I once got shocked on this channel. 240 volts right between my fingers. And there comes the horrible cracking. Come on. Snap, crackle, pop. Snap. Ugh. And now we can remove the one screw too much. That's how it goes. Now that screw's supposed to go there. So all that effort just to move one screw from there to there. Oh well. A viewer sent him some Christmas lights that were fucked up. You'd think Big Clive would be prepared for that. I mean, if someone sends me something, I would not just plug it into the mains and touch it. I was sent this by Phil, who got sacked while setting the lights for his own wedding. The lights also have a... FFcossag is secretly a Jewish spy who was fired for being shit at soldering C4 bomb fuses. Try not to cringe. Are we at 100 likes? Oh, that's nice. Thank you. So that means that we have an extremely high like to view ratio on this video, which is very good. I mean, it's been sitting at about 120 views for a while, so that's going to be, you know, people come and go, so it's going to be at like 200 views. That's almost 50% viewer engagement. That's excellent. That is indeed excellent. And YouTube loves high viewer engagement ratios. So I would not be surprised if we see some kind of activity spike on this channel. Thanks to you guys. Thank you. Give me a hug. What does FFcossag stand for? Nothing. It is something a random person in a video game called me once, like 10 years ago. And I was just, okay. That's a good name. $108, 109, wow. So at 119 people watching, that's almost everybody. Almost everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. I don't do a good Trump. They love me. You love me. I'm the best. This laptop loves me. It loves me. I have the best people working on it. Right. I think I did it right this time. I can't spot any screws which are in which shouldn't have been in. Only possibility is that one it's not in. Okay. And now we can actually reassemble this thing. And maybe test it. Use this. Was snowed in. The snow loves me. It loves me. I'm the President of the United States. British Trump. No, there already is a British Trump that's like... That, I don't know, politics. Yuck. YouTube poop. FFcossag develops age from a botched repair of a semen-stained HP laptop. Wow, you've been watching closely. I'm impressed. Don't all finish use hydraulic presses. Welcome to hydraulic press channel. Today we will be pressing HP laptop. It could attack at any time. I hate installing... There's a bit of a magnesium thing going on around these hinges. And HP magnesium threads they love stripping. Install them 2-3 times, they will strip on you. Because you cannot get them tight enough without stripping them. It's awful. I've had to re-thread my NX9420 laptop to use M3s rather than M2s for the hinges. Been watching since the start. Nice, man. You should always watch me. Always. I like it when people watch me. You need a Philips CD150 to repair. I actually have a Marant branded Philips CD150 sitting at work. Oh shit, Michael's back! Michael is back! Michael's in the house, yo! Michael! We were almost lost while you were gone, Michael. HP laptop repair sounds really softly. I need to snap this thing shut. Snap. Crackle. Pop. Merry Christmas to everyone here. Merry Christmas, Nick. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Michael. Oh, that's another Michael. Non-spammer Michael. There's a spammer Michael and he's a joke. So, yeah, there's been a lot of Michael going on. But it's not about you, Michael. It's about spam Michael. So don't worry. Michael and Beck is that 11-year-old kid that Lewis fixed Max for. Oh, alright. That's weird. Didn't Lewis praise him? That's weird. I would not have expected that. I mean, I suppose it makes sense that someone who got on one live stream would be searching to get on others and starting their own thing, but yes, I am the one. Oh, that is weird. We're having celebrity visits. Well, Michael, I would suggest you, like, go back to Daddy Lewis. He enjoys your company more than I do. I have a tendency not to invite 11-year-old kids into my workshop. Have you been to Dubai yet, or Hong Kong? No, I've never been out of Europe. I suppose Michael has been sitting next to the god of laptop repair, so that probably is the blessing which has brought this machine back to life. Without Michael, this would never work. Oh wow, I can see that I was like compulsively shaking that screwdriver in the chat in the stream now. That's looking so weird. That looks so weird. Where the hell's this screw supposed to go? So where are we at? Nearly finished? Yeah, pretty much. I'm just putting in the screws, putting the thing back together completely before testing it properly. So that in case it doesn't work, I have to do a lot more stuff to get it back together, to get it back apart. We need background music for this. Source me public domain background music of any kind and I will use it. But it's very difficult to find music which is not licensed under a restrictive license to use for stuff like this, sadly. I have no idea where this screw is supposed to go. Oh, you know, I know. 11-year-old kid wrecked by YouTuber, find out how! Darude. That's very copyrighted, man. I can make something with GarageBand. If someone, like, this is a genuine offer, I will pay a small amount of money to someone who bothers making like some elevator music for me to use in the background of my videos and release it to the public domain. I will not accept anything which is released under a Creative Commons license. But I'll pay like $20-ish. That's about all I can afford. But something like similar to what Morton, My Playhouse, has in the background of his videos, but obviously not a carbon copy. And preferably like a 10 to 20 minute loop. I mean, it doesn't have to be unique music for 20 minutes, but like a long loop. That would be pretty great. Royalty-free ukulele. Dingy 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 dingy. Please no background music. Well, for a live stream I probably wouldn't, but for my normal videos I have been chasing around for background music. Because I do feel for long form videos I make get very dreary and boring. I have a screw too much. And I don't have the slightest clue where that's supposed to go. Not a slightest clue. Don't forget to retightening the CPU screws. Yes, I will. Kubi makes nice royalty-free music. I'm not interested in royalty-free because Creative Commons stuff is royalty-free. I want public domain. That's an entirely different thing, because that means that it can be used for anything, for any purpose whatsoever, with no strings attached at all. Because if you look at my videos, there's a little thingy like, let's see if I can do this. That usually says public domain video as well, and I want public domain strictly. Where the hell's this screw supposed to go? Try the faster CPU. The faster CPU is installed. I hope you won't need to take it apart again, so do I. Morten uses the library, yes, but he's not producing public domain stuff. So will you be fine that I use your content for my Nazi gatherings? I don't care. You're free to. Do with it whatever you wish. I have a preference for people not carbon copying my videos and just, re-uploading them as is, but technically I have no right to take such a video down. Now, all of this hinges, of course, upon the fact that no one does abuse my content. And if I am afraid that one day, if I gain any kind of size on this channel, like 100k subs or so, there's going to be some dickhead from India or something who just goes around and steals my videos, uploads them, cuts out my little disclaimer in the top left corner, and then I'm going to have to change my license, and that's going to be a very, very sad day. Because I love the public domain. I think as much content as possible should be released entirely, to be used by anyone for any purpose with no strings attached. I don't want to have to credit someone for using their music. I don't want to have to credit someone for using their video. I don't want to have to credit anyone for anything. I want to be safe using content for, new creations. And the only way to guarantee that that's the case is to release stuff to a public domain, where there simply exists no person who can go, like 10 years later, oh, I own that, I'm gonna want some royalties for that now. Or anything, just take it down. I just don't, I'm not fine with that. Imagine FFcossag redub with an Indian accent. Well, that would be fine. That would be fine. That would be new content. The only thing I do not like is someone just straight off copying an entire video, like cropping up off the top 100 pixels and re-uploading it. Out of interest, do you use Linux? No, not at all. I'm going to color grade your videos, cool intros and shit and re-upload them as FFcossag HD++. Yes. That sounds like an excellent idea. That is really edging on, whether or not it is new content. I wouldn't like that. Anyway, let's just forget that screw exists. We don't care about it. We need to get this thing together. We've been doing this for 3.5 hours. Indian accent is a reason not to watch a video, TBH. Yeah. And I am going to comment on your videos. Well, if you do that, like an oral commentary, that is new content, like a review. That's fine. That can be classified as a critique. That could even go under fair use if I did own the copyright for them. 4 hours later. What would you think if I were to make a YouTube poop with some of your videos? I would probably think it's kind of cringy. Alright. I think we might be nearing the completion of this world's slowest laptop reassembly. Because I still have no idea where that one screw is supposed to go. Ugh. Not the slightest clue. Oh well. It's gonna be fine. Good enough for me. What's the numbered desk squares for? They're just there to make it easier to aim the camera. Like if I'm shooting something relatively narrow angle, I can see, oh, it's aiming at 5, and I'll just have my hands like working at 5, and I know I'll be in frame. And for aiming the microscope, you know, I know the microscope's aimed at 27 there. That's 27. So it just makes everything easier. And the squares are 20 by 20 centimeters, the small squares are 10 by 10, so I have an easy, like, coarse ruler. Oh, Michael's back. Hey, Michael! Michael! Haha, Michael! Subscribe to Michael, everybody! Michael is the first troll on the FFcossag channel. He deserves 2 subs for that. Because he is the first. The original FFcossag troll. YouTube Live is seriously draining my phone's battery. Yuck, phones. Smartphones are shit. Okay, that's wrong. These 2 rubber things have been mixed up. Let's get some RAM. Did anyone really sub? I tried asking Michael, I don't think he replied. Michael, like Spammer Michael, how many people have subscribed to you since you started spamming my chat? Can you do a shout out to Pajit, my son? Are you from 4chan? Okay, Michael just replied. 4 people have subscribed to him since he started spamming here. 4 people! 4 people have subscribed to Michael. So out of like... That's like 3% of the viewers have subscribed. That's actually a relatively significant percentage. A relatively significant percentage. Hard drive. Oh yeah, there's the shit drive from some time back. It doesn't work right. $9.57 to $9.55. So Michael's back at square one. He was at 9.55 when we started this stream. Some people just went, oh shit, I accidentally subbed. Can I come over to your lab? You know I'm in Europe, right? I'm like 5,000 kilometers away. Do we have everything? Let's tighten down the heatsink. Because that makes things better. So we're just about to... Oh yeah, let's also connect the wireless antennas because that helps too. So we're not quite ready to power this thing up yet. Not quite. EliteBook 2570p has crap T and the phone screen is so much better. Your phone screens tend to be quite good. That is one of the few things smartphones are doing right. They have good screens. It's a shame they're running horrible operating systems which have retarded, super slow app things. We need these things. I think we've got the CMOS battery connected, we have our RAM installed, CPU installed, heatsink installed, wireless card, antennas, hard drive, speakers connected, Bluetooth connected. I think we're good enough to go. I wonder how many people have got the laptop flip perfected. That's some skill. Keyboard. Let's not fully install that yet. This is now the point where the LED is going to be flashing white and orange. No. Will it power on? Yes. And we've got video. CMOS reset. Yeah, I know. Enter. Keyboard works. Alright, it powered on. So now I'm gonna install the keyboard, screw everything down, and then it's gonna stop working. Congratulations, you fixed it. We actually don't know that yet. That hard drive likes that flipping very much. It's a shit drive which is broken anyway, I don't care. Will the centripetal force from the laptop flip actually spread the CPU thermal paste into nano corners? This thermal paste spreading technique is guaranteed to fill your nano corners. Click here to watch to find out. Been here for 3 hours plus hoped bloody works. Well, I have too. Oh yeah, let's screw in the hard drive even though I'm going to replace it if this thing actually works now. How the fuck, Michael and Beck Tech Tips, do you get 955 subs with 28,000 views? Because he appeared on Louis Rossman. Hey, he even knows it. Dropped to 952. Michael, your spam technique isn't working very well for you. You're losing subs. I should have to screw that in as well. Optical drive. Come on. I love Michael's honest answers. Yes, I do too. And let's get the battery installed as well. This is where it catches fire. No LED blink. No amber white LED blink. It powers on. HP logo. And it's gonna boot straight into Windows. To be honest, Michael is what kept me here. Did that just blue screen? Yeah, it's probably in the wrong mode. F10. That's... Let's give you guys some screen. There we go. Why with that blue screen? Because we have the wrong... Huh, I took the CMOS battery out, but it remembered to stay in IDE mode. So, that's weird. It seems to save the configuration to some kind of non-volatile memory. That's good, I suppose. Let's just see if it boots. Michael's GTX 280 has more semen in the fan than that laptop motherboard and it still works. Testimonial to HP quality. Subscribe is a good new word. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Suckscrib. You are a child. Watch this. Suck. I should have an echo thing effect to do that. Can it play Warcraft 2? Probably. Yeah, this is working now. Do we have keyboard? We have keyboard, we have mouse. Do we have wireless? It thinks we got wireless. We've got wireless. Let's overload my internet connection by watching myself on this thing. Oh wow, this hard drive is so fucking slow. I like your Lidl screwdrivers. Yeah, these are great. This is the single best product Lidl has ever put out. I've got two of these. One is in my work bag all the time. And these have, like... When I've had laptops, I have fixed my laptop so many times on the road using only this Lidl set. Like, if you can get these, this is one of the best laptop screwdriver kits in the world. I love it. I think the CPU was wrong. This should be the 3230. Yes, this is the 3230 i5. So it's the CPU I want in it. That round thing at the bottom with a yellow, red, green is used for porn. Busted. If you view porn in Chrome and you want to be sneaky about it, you're doing the internet wrong. Use Pale Moon for porn, man. Right, yeah, I wanted to get some YouTube up on this thing. I want to get this slot thing in there. Come on. Does the update date and time button work? No, it just opens that, okay. YouTube.com. I'm not going to be logged in. You don't have sound. It's muted. That's sound. Does the SSD work? No, it's not going to. Where do I see the link to this? Let's just go through my channel. Can fetch some water back in a sec. If I don't drink while continuously speaking, my throat turns into razor blades. Site search fail if clock is wrong. That's a fair point. So let's install net time. Am I not allowed to go to these sites in Chrome? Let's net time. Thank you, Bing. And Internet Explorer. Run. I find net time works a lot better than the real Windows time update thing. It installs as a service and it's from 2002 or something, so it uses no resource, and bam, now the clock's right. Installing that is literally quicker than setting the clock in Windows. Let's watch myself and have a very laggy. Okay, we're playing, and we are like a minute behind real time. Let's watch myself. Shut up. That works. Sweet. How's the quality? I haven't actually watched my own stream. This is where we're going to run out of bandwidth and the stream is going to go mad. Yeah, that looks alright. How the fuck are so many people watching you, my good man? I don't know. FFcossag reacts to 2 girls eating ice cream out of a cup. Oh, come on. I'm no newcomer to the internet. I saw 2 girls 1 cup when it was new. And I didn't care back then. Play some Minesweeper. You fixed it, so now I can go to sleep. Well, we don't know that until I've used it for a while, since the issue was so random before. It just randomly fails, but I think it's going to work since we fixed the only obvious issue. Michael! Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe! Because he's on YouTube main page under live. Oh, cool. Play COD? No. Check yourself before you Shrek yourself. Shrek is the love, Shrek is life. You still haven't sent me the cables I asked you 4 years ago, what? I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Run OCCT on it. That's like some benchmark thing. I don't know. I mean, the issue we had on this machine was a no power on, so it's going to be rock solid now that it's actually started. So it really doesn't matter. But yeah, now we're on Pro 95 drawing 60 watts. That's actually quite a lot of power. We're going to see if this heatsink works. And it is working. We've got heat coming out of it. Oh, Nimavin. Haven't seen you in a very long time, man. Put it in a microwave for fast battery charge. That was the real Apple troll thing about, but it wasn't there. Give me a shout out. Michael, I've given you like 200 shout outs. Are you deaf? You've gotten more shout outs in this live stream than, I don't know, anyone ever. Install XP can even do that on an Ivy bridge. What are the temps? I don't know. We've got... I think I've got core temp on this thing. Yeah, core temp. They're going to be alright. I'll put new thermal paste on there. 72 degrees. That's fine. 73 degrees. make Ivy Bridge great again. Ivy Bridge never was non-great. Ivy Bridge is excellent. Why aren't you running GNU Linux? Because I like Windows. $74-75 degrees. Under was this in place large FFT settings on Pro 95? I think that's alright. Okay. The hairs on my microphone. Sandy Bridge clocks better. My Sandy Bridge doesn't clock at all. You like Windows? Unsubbed. Unsubscribed! I installed Windows ME on an i5 before. That's impressive. How did you manage to get it like low enough on RAM? Doesn't ME have that Windows 98 issue where it kind of doesn't work with more than 256 megs? This is a mess. Yeah, I think this is roughly what we hoped to see in the stream. I don't see what else there is to blog about, so I think we should start wrapping this up. Wrap the OS in a funny virus. No, I'd rather not. Yeah, this computer's working fine for the time being. I'm cool with that. It's not going to be unstable. The issue was in the standby circuit with the SMMC power management chip due to water damage. And I'm going to have this computer lying around with a battery disconnected and try powering it on every now and again to see if it keeps working. What kind of storage is your laptop using? This, like the one we fixed in the stream, just has a random broken test hard drive in it. The little one has some random SSD. Are you running 64, 32-bit? 64-bit, of course. Or rather, I don't know what's on the drive on the machine under test. I do not know. It's a random test installer Windows. Yeah. Success. Let's flip it a few times. Just to celebrate. And I'm gonna end the stream here. Good night, everybody. Thanks to all the 108 of you who watched for this long. And like the video and subscribe and comment and engage and do whatever else you're supposed to do on YouTube to make everything better. Cheerio.